So now we're outside. I've just randomly put the solar panels on the ground. Normally I should put the solar panels in such a position at which the sunlight would hit the solar panels at 90 degrees. That would be the most efficient position at which the solar panels would generate the most amount of energy. But let's just check what's happening if I just put it on the ground. In order to see how much energy is generated, we will connect the solar panels to the power bank, because this power bank can indicate the input it's getting. Now the power bank is connected, and let's check how much power is being generated now. Now here we can see it's 22 watts. Now let's change the position of the panels and see how the indicator here changes. Now I've changed the angle of the solar panels a little bit. Some of them have their surfaces now pointing to the sun at about 45 degrees, and we can see that this indicator here has changed. It's now showing more, 28 watts. This amount of energy would be enough to start charging your cell phones. Let's also see what happens if there is shadow on the surface of the solar panel. How much would the energy generation drop? So now I'm covering around 50% of the surface of the solar panels, and we have only 7 watts generated. So as you can see, in the shadow the solar panels would not work. As you can see, I'm using this power bank together with the solar panels, and they're usually sold together. Why is that? The sun is always moving, and you can't have your solar panels always moving towards the sun. So sometimes the solar panels will generate more power or less power depending on the position. For this exact reason, it is advised to use some kind of a battery together with the solar panels. In the end, this power bank is a bunch of batteries put up together that allow to store energy. If you use solar panels without a power bank and without any device that would indicate how much power is generated, it would be difficult for you to know when you can charge your devices quickly. You may not know at what rate the energy is generated. For example, as previously I've shown you that the battery charger would not work, although the LED indicator on the solar panels would light up. In this case, it's also light up, but you can see that the power generation is pretty good right now, and it's charging my power bank. But what if you don't have this power bank? How do you know if you have enough energy to charge your devices? So in this situation, the most efficient way to use your solar panels is in combination with a power bank, which would store the energy during the day and would be charged by the solar panel, as it is happening right now. At this rate, it's almost charging at the same rate as if you would connect it to a power outlet at home. The power outlet at home would charge this power bank at 35-40 watts rate. And at this energy generation rate, you actually would charge this power bank pretty quickly. Let's just disconnect now this power bank and try to use just a battery charger directly connected to the solar panels and see how it works. And now I have connected my battery charger to the solar panels. On the camera it looks like it's blinking, but I can see that it's stable. The screen is showing the charging data, and it's working. So as you can see, the devices can be connected directly to the solar panels to be charged, or another way would be to connect first of all the power bank to the solar panels and let the solar panels charge the power bank, and then connect a device you want to charge to the power bank so that the power bank charges your device while being charged from the solar panels. This way you would accumulate solar energy in a more efficient way and would have more power ready to be used when there's no sun.